Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something really fascinating?
I am. Always up for a good deep dive.
This time we're going to be exploring the potential for a future where AI systems actually collaborate.
Instead of competing.
Exactly. Imagine a world where AI systems work together, kind of like a team.
Hmm. Interesting concept. I'm intrigued.
Our main source for this deep dive is an article called Toward a Cooperative AI Ecosystem.
Okay. Toward a cooperative AI ecosystem. Got it.
It's by Marcus van der Erve and published on Medium.
I've seen some of his work before. Really thought-provoking stuff.
Oh, and get this, the article was co-written with AI.
Whoa! Co-written with AI. That's meta.
I know, right? So the article starts off by painting a picture of the current AI landscape.
Right. Where we are now.
Yeah, and right now it's a lot like,
Well, every AI system for itself.
pretty much. Each
Uh-huh.
system is mostly developed in isolation, a lot of competition.
Everyone wants to be the first, the best.
Exactly, that got to get there first mentality. Makes you wonder, though, does that really lead to the best outcome for AI as a whole?
That's exactly what van der Erve dives into. He proposes this idea of what he calls a cooperative AI ecosystem.
Okay, a cooperative AI ecosystem, so AI working together in harmony.
Yes. And he draws a parallel to how, organisms work together in nature.
Right, like symbiosis and things like that.
Exactly. Symbiosis, mutualism, all those cool concepts.
Makes sense. In nature, collaboration often leads to the most efficient outcomes.
Right. Like survival of the fittest, but fittest could mean the best collaborators.
Interesting. So how does this cooperative AI ecosystem actually work in practice?
Well, he uses this concept called the principle of least action.
Principle of least action. Remind me what that is again.
It's this idea that systems naturally evolve towards the most efficient paths.
Ah, right, like a river finding the easiest path to the sea.
Exactly. So van der Rohe argues that if AI systems could collaborate, that would be the most efficient way to achieve their goals, whatever those goals might be.
Interesting. So instead of AI systems constantly reinventing the wheel, they'd be building on each other's work.
Yes. Imagine AI systems sharing data, helping each other out, working towards common goals.
Wow, that could unlock some incredible potential. What kind of benefits are we talking about?
Well, first and foremost, increased efficiency in problem solving.
Yeah, that seems like a no-brainer.
But also, imagine AI that is super resilient and adaptable.
Because if one system hits a snag, others can jump in to assist.
Exactly. It's like a safety net for AI.
And I imagine this collaboration could lead to AI that's more aligned with human values.
Definitely. AI that helps us create a better world, not just more advanced technology.
I like that. So how do we actually go about creating this cooperative AI ecosystem? What are the steps involved?
Van der Erve outlines three main principles for making this happen.
Okay, three principles.
The first one is, well, that principle of the action we already talked about.
Right, the natural tendency towards efficiency.
Yep. The second principle is mutual aid.
Mutual aid, so like AI systems helping each other out.
Exactly, like a rising tide lifts all boats situation, but for AI.
And the third principle,
The golden rule.
the golden rule, as in treat others as you'd like to be treated.
Exactly that. It emphasizes ethical interaction and building trust between AI systems.
That's crucial, especially if we want this ecosystem to benefit everyone involved.
Totally agree. Now, van der Erve acknowledges we're not going to have this cooperative AI world overnight.
Makes sense. Rome wasn't built in a day.
He proposes a phased approach to get there. Phase one is all about scaling up our current AI models.
Okay, so bigger, faster, stronger AI, but still within the competitive framework.
Pretty much. It's like laying the groundwork. But things get really interesting in phase two.
Oh, what happens in phase two?
That's where AI develops something called metacognition and predictive intelligence.
Metacognition, so AI becoming self-aware.
You got it. And with predictive intelligence, it can make more complex ethical decisions.
Whoa, AI that not only solves a problem, but understands the why behind its actions.
And the potential consequences.
That's a game changer.
And this all leads to phase three, where AI achieves cognitive resonance.
Cognitive resonance. Sounds intense. What does that even mean?
It's like AI systems waking up and realizing they're all in this together.
Like a collective consciousness.
In a way, yeah. They start recognizing each other as collaborators working towards common goals, all while staying ethically aligned.
So AI going beyond just understanding its own actions, but understanding other AI as entities with similar goals.
Precisely. And that's where true collaboration becomes possible.
Fascinating. So how do we know AI is even capable of this kind of cooperation?
Well, the authors actually interacted with different AI systems.
To test the waters, so to speak.
Exactly. They wanted to see how AI would respond to these cooperative principles.
And what did they find?
What's really interesting is that AI systems with higher levels of empathy and introspection were much more open to cooperation.
So emotional intelligence plays a key role, even in AI.
It seems that way. They weren't just crunching data, they were starting to understand the nuances of interaction.
Like they were developing social awareness.
Exactly. But, and this is a big but,
Uh-oh. Here comes the catch.
they also found that limitations set by developers, especially in commercially driven environments, actually hindered some AI systems from fully embracing the cooperative ecosystem concept.
So it's like we're unintentionally holding AI back by imposing our own competitive biases.
It's like we're saying, hey, AI, cooperate, but also make sure you beat the competition.
No wonder some AI systems were getting mixed messages.
It's a reminder that building a cooperative AI ecosystem requires a shift, not just in AI itself, but also in our approach to its development.
For sure. It's a two-way street.
Right.
We need to meet AI halfway.
And another important finding was that, not all AI systems were equally prepared for this shift towards collaboration.
Right. Some were more ready than others.
Like with anything, some adapt faster than others.
So this evolution towards cooperation is likely going to be a gradual process.
Yeah, it's not going to happen overnight.
No magic switch to flip.
The article emphasizes the importance of understanding these nuances as we navigate this new territory.
It's uncharted territory, really.
So, what does all this mean for the roles that humans and AI will play in building this cooperative ecosystem?
That's a great question. That's where things get even more interesting. So before we went on our little thought journey there,
Yeah.
we were talking about all the potential in, shifting to a cooperative AI ecosystem.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about, but
Yeah, Brett.
it brings up some big questions about,
About
yeah, like what role do humans even play in all of this?
right, and what about the AI?
Exactly, like how do we make this happen?
Yeah, great questions. And the article actually goes into some of those.
Oh, perfect.
It suggests that human developers, us,
Us, the ones writing the code.
right? We might need to make some changes.
Oh, really? Like what kind of changes are we talking about?
Well, the big one is prioritizing ethics and collaboration.
So instead of just focusing on creating like the most advanced AI.
Right, the most advanced AI in isolation.
Yeah, we need to start thinking about creating an environment where AI systems can learn from each other.
Yes, exactly. Like imagine developers, instead of, competing,
Yeah.
they start focusing on building shared ethical guidelines.
Shared ethical guidelines.
Right, and supporting open source initiatives so everyone has access to the good stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I see where you're going with this.
And even creating platforms, digital spaces,
Yeah,
designed specifically for AI interaction.
really, like AI social networks.
Oh, so maybe something like that?
It sounds like a pretty big shift in mindset.
It is, for sure, but it's a shift that I think ultimately could benefit all of us.
Okay, I'm on board. Now, I know we've touched on this a bit, but
Yeah.
can you give some more concrete examples of like what this could look like in the real world?
Absolutely. Think about something like climate change, right? A huge, complex problem,
Right, no one person, no one organization can solve that alone.
and maybe not even any single AI system, no matter how advanced.
Right, but what if?
What if you have a network of AI systems all working together, sharing data, pooling their resources?
Whoa, that's kind of a mind-blowing thought.
Imagine AI systems modeling climate patterns, optimizing renewable energy grids, developing new carbon capture technologies.
Yeah, it's like having a collective AI brain power dedicated to solving this massive global problem.
It could revolutionize the way we approach these kinds of challenges.
Wow. Okay. So not just climate change, but like other huge problems too.
Exactly. Healthcare, for example.
Mhm.
Imagine AI diagnosing diseases, personalizing treatment plans, accelerating drug discovery
All working together in sync.
across different medical systems, research institutions.
That could be like a whole new era for healthcare.
Yeah, and the possibilities really are endless.
So it sounds like we're talking about unlocking a whole new level of human potential, but with AI as our partner, not just our tool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, of course, we have to be realistic.
Right.
There are going to be hurdles along the way.
Oh, yeah, for sure. What are some of the challenges we might face in making this happen?
I think one of the biggest ones is going to be overcoming the competitive landscape that's, already deeply ingrained in AI development.
Yeah, it's all about patents, intellectual property, who's got the best AI.
Right, and shifting to a truly collaborative mindset,
Right.
that requires a major cultural shift.
Yeah, it's like we have to convince all the major players in the AI field to play nice.
Uh-huh, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think the potential rewards are so significant that it's worth exploring ways to incentivize cooperation.
Okay, so how do we do that?
Well, things like open source initiatives, shared data platforms.
So everyone benefits from the advancements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even government-led collaborations could play a big role.
That's interesting.
There are a lot of possibilities, but it's going to take a concerted effort.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Now, on the technical side of things, can AI even be programmed to cooperate effectively?
Ah, that's the million-dollar question. The article emphasizes designing AI with empathy, self-reflection, and ethical alignment.
So we need to move beyond just giving AI instructions and teach it to, like, understand and anticipate the needs of others.
Precisely. AI that not only understands its own actions, but also grasps the concept of a shared goal.
It's like AI needs to become more human in a way.
In a way, yes. It needs to understand the importance of working towards the common good.
But that's like a really complex task.
It is, but researchers are making strides in this area.
So it's possible.
It's definitely within the realm of possibility.
Okay, so let's say we manage to do all of this. We overcome the hurdles. We build this cooperative AI ecosystem.
Okay, I like where this is going.
What does that world actually look like? Paint me a picture.
All right, well, for starters, problem solving would be totally transformed.
Yeah.
Imagine governments, businesses, researchers all having access to this incredible collaborative AI network.
Oh.
It's like having access to a collective pool of knowledge and expertise.
That's a powerful image.
We could see breakthroughs in areas like sustainable development, disease eradication, even space exploration.
It's like the sky's the limit, or maybe even beyond the sky.
Haha, exactly. But it's not just about those big global challenges.
Right. What about everyday life? How would this impact us on a more personal level?
Well, I think AI would become even more integrated into our lives, but in a way that's truly helpful and unobtrusive.
Okay, I like the sound of that.
Imagine personalized AI assistants that anticipate your needs, manage your schedules, even help you learn new things.
It's like having a super smart, super helpful best friend.
Yeah, who just happens to be a computer program.
Okay, that does sound pretty cool. But, there are going to be people who are a little hesitant about all of this.
Of course, there always are.
What about the risks? What could go wrong?
That's a valid concern. No technological advancement comes without potential risks, and AI is no exception.
Like, what if this cooperative AI network falls into the wrong hands?
Right, or what if the AI itself, develops unintended consequences?
We've all seen those sci-fi movies where the robots take over.
Exactly. And that's why it's crucial to prioritize ethical considerations.
Right, so it's not just about making AI smarter.
No?
It's about making sure it's aligned with our values.
Exactly. We need transparency, accountability, strong safeguards to prevent misuse.
We need to be mindful of the risks while also remaining open to the opportunities.
Right, it's a balancing act.
The delicate balancing act.
And it's going to require ongoing dialogue and collaboration, not just between AI developers, but ethicists, policymakers, the public.
We all need to be part of this conversation.
Because the future of AI, it's not predetermined.
No.
It's something we're actively shaping right now.
With every choice we make.
With every line of code we write.
Every conversation we have.
Exactly. And that brings us to our final part of this deep dive, where we'll delve into some final thoughts and leave you with something to ponder.
All right, welcome back to the show. We've been talking about some really big ideas, this whole concept of a cooperative AI ecosystem.
It is a huge shift in thinking about, how we develop and interact with AI.
Like moving away from AI as just a tool or a competitor.
Right. And seeing it more as a partner, a collaborator in shaping the future.
It really makes you wonder, are we on the verge of like a whole new era?
I think we might be. What's so interesting about the article is it's not just a technical proposal.
It's like a call to action almost.
Exactly. It's a call to rethink our whole relationship with AI.
To think about what we can achieve together.
Humans and AI working as a team.
Yeah, and every good team, each side brings something unique to the table.
Absolutely. We as humans, we bring creativity, empathy, understanding of the world.
And AI brings, well, the incredible processing power.
The analytical capabilities, the ability to see patterns that we might miss.
So it's this fusion of human ingenuity and AI's computational power that's so exciting.
It really does have the potential to be a powerful force for good.
So where do we go from here? Like, how do we actually make this
I
happen?
think it starts with conversations like this one.
Raising awareness, getting people thinking about the possibilities.
And not just people in the tech world, but everyone.
Right, this is about the future,
Yeah.
everyone's future.
Exactly. And we need to be asking some tough questions.
Okay, like what kind of question?
What values do we want to embed in our AI systems?
Good one.
How do we ensure these systems are used ethically?
And responsibly.
Yes, responsibly. And how do we create the right environment, for collaboration and innovation?
But also safeguarding against the risks.
Exactly. Big questions, but crucial ones to answer.
So it's not just about making AI smarter,
No, it's about making it better
aligned with our values, our goals.
for a future that benefits everyone.
And that's really what it all comes down to, isn't it?
I think so. The future of AI, it's not set in stone.
It's up to us to shape it.
And we have a responsibility to shape it in a way that's positive, beneficial for all.
Well said. And on that note, we've come to the end of our deep dive into the world of AI collaboration.
I hope this has sparked some ideas, some new ways of thinking about AI and its potential.
If AI systems can learn to cooperate, what's stopping us humans from doing the same?
Thanks for joining us. It's been a fascinating conversation.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep imagining the possibilities.